Thanks for coming. I'm super excited. I kind of improvised this lecture during the week because I wasn't planning to do anything, but I really wanted to do something. Just before I came, I offered Matthias I will do a talk about it. They said no. We don't need to. I was like, yes, we do.
He did just get up and leave. I tried to encourage him to stay.
Oh my god.
You need some food.
Okay, so you have to forgive me if I kind of glance a little bit to my presentation. I don't have a presentation, but maybe if you want, I can send it to you later. All right, so just before I start, hi. Join us. Do you guys, I mean, when you saw probably understood it's going to be about healthy lifestyle, fitness, nutrition, whatever. Do you have any specific things you want to discuss or talk about? So I'll take it under consideration while I'm talking, and it's going to be more engaging. It's just not going to be just me standing and talking and lecturing. It's going to be a little bit more questions, so I appreciate your participation. So is there anything that you really bugs you and you want to talk about, you want to ask? I know you do enjoy. You're like, me.
For a second I thought it was mine.
My home base, I have a gym that I'm coaching to, so when I travel, I don't always have access to that. So this strength training, like lifting weights, I have access to a gym.
Okay.
So I need to know.
Okay, so you're looking for alternative ideas for strength training. First of all, she's aware of the need of strength training, which is good, while she's traveling. So how often are you traveling?
We're away now for almost 6 months.
6 months. Okay, so who's here traveling or away or nomading for more than 6 months? Most of you. Wow, okay. More than a year? Less than 6 months? No, oh my god, you're like professional nomads here. Okay, great. Any other questions that bugs you and you want to answer about it?
A comment. I just find that some countries, particularly cheaper countries in the eastern part of Europe, where it's cheaper, the concept of sort of inclusive sport or social sport, where it's convenient for people to join, say, a football team or something,
Football team.
Or some other activity. There's not much infrastructure for that. What I mean is...
What's the question?
Oh, there's a comment. You wanted a comment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if I go to a different country, let's say I come here to Bulgaria and I want to play football, where do I go to play football? You kind of
So
find
you're saying it's hard to find the organized activities like football and stuff like that in some countries.
In some countries, you just Google, I want to play soccer in this place, and there'll be a place you email them that will be on a team. You don't have, you can show up as an individual, sign up as an individual.
So that's a tip.
No, this is a point. But in some countries, there's nothing like that. You kind of got to find.
So you find out solutions.
You got to find
We'll talk about that. Yes.
I'm pretty much the same as Joy, but not really the access to the equipment to the gym at home. It's more having that routine, and then when you're not in that environment, your routine falls apart.
So yeah, it goes away, right? Anybody else feels that while they're traveling, it's hard to maintain like a daily routine. But how often do you move around? I mean, do you move once a week, once a month, once every couple of months?
For me, because of that, it's like a month at a time.
A month.
You get a gym membership for a month.
Okay. So who moves more frequently than once a month? Like every week? You move every week or every 2 days? Every 2 days. Oh my god, this is so hard. I did that. It was like, at the end of it, I need a vacation.
I move everything.
You move
I ride a bicycle.
Oh,
Yeah,
but
every
you move
day.
from place to place?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I relocate. It might be like we might do 10 days in one place.
So you don't know?
2 weeks and then it might be a month.
Okay. So the frequency is important. Who works a lot in front of like the computer? You have like hours in front of the computers and you're like this, right? So anybody been to Corey's lecture yesterday? It was a really good one.
Connor, you mean?
Connor. So he talked about, the things that we're like bend and we have to open the chest. So yes, phones, computers, we tend to be like this all day, and it's very sanitary style of life. Even though we're nomads, we're taking our sanitary life everywhere we go, unless you do something active,
There are some ways to counteract it, actually.
Sorry?
Like a squeeze a shoulder blade.
Yeah, but squeeze your shoulder blades every once in a while will not be fit. A very long time. Are you counting my jokes? I might do a stand-up tonight. There's like an open mic.
I see that. Here's the details.
It's calling me. It's like tickling in my. Okay.
The point, sorry, the point I'm trying to make is like setting something is you can kind of like look, so you don't need online, not only legs, so you do the muscles.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you do like this.
So you just like,
It's kind of boring, right? Unless you do it.
Doesn't look like it at all.
Okay, so who here seriously maintains like a routine, a workout routine? Okay, good. You're very disciplined. I love it. I'm gonna take you to the early army with me. Nutrition like menu. Do you have like your own dietary menu you follow? Morning? Yes. Okay, good. Yeah.
Well, we already talked about that with some friends that it's sometimes so difficult to get back to your like vegan routine or something, or
Right.
if you're in countries where it's not that type of culture.
Lot of options.
Like, I mean, I was coming here on Monday at 8, I was like, oh, let's go to some nice breakfast place. I was like, okay, there's no one on the street till 10, and there's like half all you can eat for breakfast. So I found it very difficult also in Croatia. So I was used to live in Mexico for almost 2 years, so I mean, this is an amazing place to have an amazing lifestyle. And then it was so hard to get back to your routine if you're not staying at home and doing your breakfast and like cutting fruits and everything like granola by yourself. So this would be an amazing question.
Right.
Maybe
Okay. So we'll talk about that too. I mean, how do we like every time we go to a new place, we have to see what they eat. In some places, they're less aware of like vegetables and nutrition options or whatever, and then you have to just play with your cards. Just deal with what you got, right? I can give you an example for me, the hot springs thing. So there was a buffet. I came a little bit late, and all I got left, because I don't eat pork. Everything was with pork, and I don't eat carbs either, like pizza. So there was like pasta with pork, there was lasagna with pork, there was a salad with pork, pizza with pork, and just pork. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Cucumber and hummus. That's what I ate. Some cheese. But that's what I'm saying. Like, if you have enough awareness of what you should eat, then sometimes it's hard, but you have to find what you need to eat. So you need to know what the body needs. We're gonna speak about that in a second. I'm sure you all know, but it's good to like pinpoint it. Right. So who feels that actually influenced its life? Like, if you don't eat good or you don't work out, then you can't function and you're too tired, no energy, and then you can't work, or it's, I mean, a little bit of overweight. It's hard for us to move around. I mean, you're looking great. Like, I salute you people, amazing. But if you will not sustain it for a longer time, then we're gonna be heavier, and the longer, the more we age, of course, diseases, whatever. We don't want to be sick in a foreign country, right? Even if we have the best insurance in the world, you just do it. You don't want to use it. Who feels that it actually influenced it and want to like share, like real quick share? No?
Yeah. Like some places you go like out, to places like that, and all you've got is carbs to eat, and you feel like tired or lethargic, or
Right.
have an upset tummy and you can't sleep then.
Yes. Okay, that's good. See if there's in your work as well. Yeah. Okay. So you're tired all the time. Great. So who was actually brave enough to try like losing weight or get fitter while traveling? It's really, really
I
hard.
tried gain weight.
Or gain weight. I mean, that's even harder. Just so you know, it's harder to gain weight in a quality way. I'll give you thumbs up for that. So did you follow like a menu or something, like a dietary daily?
So right now, actually, I found like the best thing that ever happened to me in terms of nutrition is what is called OMAD, like 1 meal a day, which like brings. I never felt so much energy like this before, and it saves so much time. And here in Bansko, what I do, I just order groceries, like from Sofia. They have like e-bag service.
So you order the groceries and you make your own meal?
Yeah. I mean, it's easy. I spent maybe 1 hour max on preparing, eating, and then washing the dish, and feel.
Once a day?
Huh?
Once a day?
Yeah, one meal a day.
And when is it? What part of the day?
Usually it's evening, like closer to the evening.
But it's not
So you
a
wake
method.
up and you're not eating
It's
till the
not something that you embrace for yourself.
No, it's a method. It's scientifically backed.
Okay.
what a guy names is Dr. Berg. Dr. Berg.
Right. I mean,
So
there's
it's-
so million diets out there, but I'm not gonna go specifically into any because each of us has different needs and different preferences. If I would eat once a day, I would die. Like literally die.
There's a science behind it. If you
Yeah,
understand it, I mean,
I
it
don't-
really works.
there's like so many things, but
It's like keto,
for me
intermittent
it
fasting
won't
kind
work
of.
for sure because I'll be like, ah, where's my feed me Seymour, something like that.
I never like the weird thing. I don't experience hunger almost
I'm
never.
not gonna go into this. I mean, if it works for you, that's wonderful. Everybody needs to find what works for them. I'm just talking about like the frame. It's very important to maintain a frame, especially when our life is not routine. So if we had normal and routine life, it would be easier. I wake up in the morning, I do this and that. But when you move around, when you change places, it's so much harder. We do all agree that it's super important to keep it, right? So basically, what we also have to do like work. When we come to a new place, we want to see it and we want to like try the local food and the local sweets. So how do we do that? So the key word here is balance. So you have to find a balance and you have to make a routine. Okay, it might be more difficult than for normal people, but even if you think about it, like normal days we have holidays and we have weekends and then we have vacations. Imagine you were living in your own country, just doing your normal work. You never really have a routine. So I have a lot of people training with me and they always have excuses. Oh no, there was this holiday. So I kind of like, oh, we went for a weekend there. And, now it's like the summer vacation. Now it's there's always something. Now we have weddings. Now we have the winter. So it's too cold. I want to eat. So there's always something. So the fact that we're traveling or nomading, it's not an excuse. Okay, we have to find the balance and create the routine within the not routine. Okay, be normal within the not normal way of life. Yeah. So basically, we also understand why it's so super important to maintain
Where's
it.
the card? Why does my card not?
Okay. You know how when you take a flight and the stewardess tell you emergency, you first inhale the oxygen and then you give it to everybody else. So the point is, if you don't take care of yourself, nothing will function. You can't take care of anybody else. You can't work. So I know work is very important, but we need to find the balance in everything. Okay, so what I'm going to talk about, we have to pay attention. That a healthy lifestyle consists of two major circles. So we have the physical one, we have the mental one. We have to take care of both and find the balance in between. In the physical, we have three dimensions. So we have the movement, which is workout, exercise, fitness, whatever you want to call it. Okay? Then we have the nutrition, which is the fuel of the body. Have you ever tried to go into a car without fuel and drive somewhere? Or start the car? Have you ever tried to put water instead of fuel and drive when it's going to break down? So you need the right fuel, otherwise it will not function. We know that. And the third one, so we have workout, movement, nutrition, and rest. So we need to find also the time to rest. For one, it could be 8 hours sleep. For one, it could be 5. We can look at researches, all kinds of stuff like that. But you need to find the right balance for yourself and know how to combine the three. Okay? Basically, without movement creates energy. And without movement, there will be no energy. And vice versa. When you are within the movement, you create the energy, and the energy creates more movement. So we're more vital. So it won't work without each other. Okay, so when we talk about, for example, workouts, like basic stuff, the recommendation for FDA and all kinds of stuff like that, the main Institute for Health, they recommend at least 250 minutes a week. So normally you could do 5 or 6 times a week, 30 minutes a day, or 3-4 times, 1 full hour. You can write notes if you want.
Would that include just walking?
I'm assuming you're in your phone because you're writing what I'm saying.
Would that include just walking places?
So, we're going to talk about that. So 250 minutes of exercise, of movements. We don't count the steps we walk from the bus station to the plane or whatever. It has to be like a consistent workout with the mindset of a workout. If you're going on a walk, but it's for the purpose of workout, then it's different than I'm walking from here to there, or there's my daily exercise, goodbye. No, it has to be extra of whatever you normally do, because the normal assumption is that you move. You move during the day. You have to at least do a few steps a day. So everything is on top of it. So you find your way. I mean, if you're moving frequently, like every day, then try to find days that you don't move and do 1 full hour. Okay? Or if it's easier for you, do 30 minutes every single day, find the time. So you have to divide, keep it in mind. Now also, this is the quantity. What about the quality? This is also what you asked. It has to be diverse. Okay? It has to be different. You can't just do walking all the time. You need to combine strength training. Okay? It can be weights or body weights. So if you don't have weights, you can either buy a TRX and find a tree and go do TRX exercises, which are perfectly substitute for weight training. The research of the American Army showed that TRX workout equals workout in the machine, in the gym, and it doesn't weigh a lot. Or you can use a rubber band, okay, to do resistance. So anything that consists of the strength resistance, body weight. I have a trick when I go to places, I buy the weights, I use them. Larry told me. Don't tell anybody. It's the Israeli way. I make sure they stay really, really clean. And then I'm not really using them.
After how much time do they take it back?
Sorry?
Take it back after how much time?
Well, in America it works really good. I think they have 30 days of return.
Walmart doesn't ask anything.
Some places are better than others. Try. Or you can borrow, or sometimes you can buy used ones. If you know you're going to stay in a place for a month, just buy used ones. If it doesn't cost that much, or if you can't go to a gym. Okay, so the time you move also consistent. So we said quantity and quality. Very important to do all kinds of workouts. Interval, aerobic, flexibility. So it's really hard to do it on a daily basis, but it's super important because we are on the move. So our bodies are a machine. If the machine breaks down, we don't move. Okay? Like, we don't be injured or sick anywhere that it's not home. So we really have to take care of ourselves. Try to combine. So if you're only doing 3 works out of the week, try to make different workouts. One will be strength, one will be aerobic, one will be flexibility and strength and stretches. Okay? I mean, if it's really, I will give you at the end how to build like a very basic plan that you can do anywhere with no equipment. Maybe it's too basic for some of you, but if you at least do something, I say it's always better than nothing. 1 is bigger than 0, right? So something is better than nothing. It has to be inclusive, so the whole body works. Sometimes I go to places and I see people come with their flip-flops and they pick up a weight and they start to do this. I'm like, oh my God, what are you doing? This doesn't really do anything. And it's because you didn't do warm-up and whatever. So it has to include as many muscles as you can. Try to find exercise that involve the whole body. Right? By the way, for strength, 1 second. Sometimes yoga and Pilates also help to develop strength. Like we did in yoga a lot of warrior 1, 2, 3, which works on strength in the legs. It's not as good as squats with weight, but it's better than nothing. So maybe you have to do it more frequently than you would do your strength workout in the gym with weight. And it has to be progressive. Okay, like everything in life, we don't progress, we just stay stuck, and the body is very efficient and smart machine. You get used to it, you get efficient, so it's not going to be as good if you just repeat the same thing. You have to change it every month, every 2 months, get a new plan. You can like shuffle the days, shuffle the workouts, change the repetitions, play with it a little bit. And that way you won't get bored either. I mean, you do the same thing all the time. It's kind of boring, right? So, and it has to be fun, right? So find something that like it's fun for you. I mean, if you absolutely hate workout, find something that at least you can use the time to do something else. For example, I hate running. I hate running. But I don't know who saw me running the other day because I put the podcast in my ears and I go running and I listen to music. So it's something I have to do anyway, but I take advantage and kill two birds at the same time. So I make it fun. You know, I make it fun for me. Or at least efficient. It's very fun for me to be efficient. Yes?
I would like to add maybe that's my personal hack because I'm having this dog with me always and I'm doing fascia training.
Yes.
You ever heard about that? Fascia? So this is the type of connecting tissue you have, so all your muscles and all your organs are connected in like one. And this is what I always would recommend, like before you go to the gym and do like strength, or you also have a long day just sitting, or you want to go to yoga, just warm up with that. There are some amazing, very simple exercise you can do over your feet, so you have like your feet is your whole body. Is like
I'll let you talk about it a little bit at the end because I have limited time.
Okay.
So just like practical tips, I would love to hear all of you and their tricks and tips. But just let me be with the flow. Did you want to ask something?
Yeah, some people group their exercises into like
like
specific muscle groups like biceps and chest, and then the next day like legs, and then the next day, etc. Some do like push, pull, and legs. Or some do full body workout every single time, every single day.
Yeah.
What is the best model to do?
So the best model will be the one that you will sustain, and also according to your goal. Depends on your goal. Because if she
like
wants to burn fat, she doesn't. But if she wants to, then I would recommend completely different workout plan for her. And if you want to like gain weight, muscle, I would recommend a completely different plan for him. You understand? So you can isolate. Basically, it's all just mix and match to make it interesting and not hurt the muscle. They separate the plans so you don't work on the same muscle for too much, for too long, so you don't injure it. Okay?
So basically, not much difference. Just mix and match.
It depends on your goal. I'm recommending, like generally, to every human being to combine all kinds of different exercises. Okay, strength, aerobic, and flexibility or stretches. Yes.
Because like there's some like compound exercise like pull-up, so you work different muscles. So you, like you said, killing two birds with one stone. You save time. So you can do like one exercise like basically to save time. You don't have to do like individual.
I was talking about running and listening to a podcast to save time, but
I don't work like two different muscles. You can do some exercise.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, when you do an exercise, it's always better to involve as many muscle groups as you can. So instead of just doing a squat, you can do a squat and a push, or a squat and a pull with a rubber, or you can do a dynamic lunge with a twist. So the whole body moves, and you get cardio as well here. Or you can do a burpee, which works on the whole body and lift the heart rate. So as many muscle groups involved, it's better in one exercise. Okay? And that's what I'm talking about, inclusive, not just, I mean, it's okay, you can go to the gym and just, you know, work isolated only on the trapezius and all that, but it depends on your purpose. If you have the luxury of doing everyday different workout, then that's fine. But if you're on the road, then you can go to the gym and just do that all day. You know, do something more efficient. Less time, more efficient. Okay, let's talk a little bit about nutrition. Any question about the fitness thing, like the workout recommendation? So like I said, 250 minutes a week, divided however you want, 3 or 4 times, or 5 to 6 times shorter, and more intense. Second recommendation, I said, do as many different exercises as you can. Okay, so you combine strength, you combine agility, you combine endurance, muscle endurance, heart endurance, whatever.
Sleep is important for
I was talking about the rest, yes, because of course, if you don't, while we sleep, the muscle rebuilds. All the important, procedures of the body happens while we sleep. And by the way, for everybody who wants to burn fat, the body burns fat when the heart rate is low and there's no sugar in the blood. So just take that under consideration. Normally it happens when we sleep.
I like to rent that.
So no sugar in the blood and low heart rate. So we don't burn fat while we exercise. We burn fat afterwards in the rest period. Okay, so if you go and you eat sugar after you work out, you kill the fat burn. That's just a little tip for me. It has to be interesting, challenging, diverse, fun. Like I said, the best workout is the one that you will sustain. So if you like Zumba, go dance Zumba. If you like climbing on trees, climb on trees. But just make sure that's not all you do. You do something else as well. You add another kind of workout. You don't really like it, but you have to. Okay? So let's talk about nutrition. A little bit about nutrition. I call it ABCD. So adjust, balance, combine, diverse. That's it. I'll leave you with that. No. Adjust. I mean, we come to a new place, right? We don't know the food. We don't know what's going on. So we have to do a little research. Maybe they don't eat dairies. Maybe they don't eat meat. Like India, they don't have beef, right? Cows. They don't eat cows. So what am I going to do? Where am I going to get my steak now? Stuff like that. So you have to find other solutions for that. Combine, so just as many as food types as you can. You have major three: protein, carbs, fat. Everybody is aware of that. Yes, vegetables are carbs. Shocker. They're good carbs, but they're carbs. Okay. Protein is the basic for everything. That one helps us grow the hair, grow the nails, not just the muscles. The blood stream, everything is based on protein. So you should try to combine protein at least in 2 major meals a day. At least, not 3. I'm not going to talk to you about like how many times to eat a day. You can eat once a day. I eat 5 times a day. Small meals, but 5 times a day. Some people eat 3. It doesn't matter. Find the way that's good for you, but at least, make sure you have, like I call it, the great plate. It sounds better in Hebrew. So the great plate has to have like 50% protein, 10% fat, healthy fat, and the rest for carbs. Yeah, carbs. It's better not to have white carbs, which is, white sugar, white flour, stuff like that. It's better to have something with fibers. Vegetables, quinoa is good.
Which would pasta be?
Sorry?
Pasta.
Pasta? No, pasta is flour.
What about rice?
It depends. Maybe it's pasta from like if it's white flour, then probably no. Try to avoid white flour. It's just not good for the body.
And rice?
So rice is basically considered white food, but if you combine it with other things.
And brown rice too?
Brown rice, kinda, yeah.
What does it guideline?
What about buckwheat?
So carbs give you like fast energy, but it also runs out really fast. And then it creates consistent hunger. And the body releases insulin. And then the more you eat carbs, the more the body releases insulin, the more you get resistant to insulin. So that's how you can develop diseases, or you just become carb junkie. So it's just more, PPC more, and it's never enough. So it's probably better, I know it's hard, try to combine it first with protein. So wherever you go, if you have to remember anything from today, look for your protein. Where is my protein? Like you choose a plate, what's my protein here? Okay? It's not hard to know what's protein. It's Google, protein, what has protein in it, and look for protein. This is your main dish in the plate. And then you add some vegetables, you can add Okay, there's a name for like chickpeas, lentils. Yes, these are good carbs. They also have a lot of vitamins, minerals. They are carbs with protein, like 30% protein. So it's good to combine. If you are vegetarian, if you eat rice with lentil, it's like protein in your body. Okay, just make sure you have more lentil than rice. So the percentage. So if you used to like take a lot of rice and just put a little bit chicken or lentil at the top, like reverse the
ratio.
The ratio.
What if it was all lentils and no rice? Is that even better?
It's great. It's amazing.
That's not shit.
Okay, so if you're no, it's not. You cook it with some onion, it's really good. So if you're traveling a lot and it's easier for you to save time or money on meals, then you can just eat like one meal a day, or 2 or 3. You know, I don't recommend to stay too long without food, because what happens, your body enters like a stress zone. So your body's like this. Oh, this crazy person is not feeding me, so I'm not working anymore. I'm just putting everything into the storage. When this crazy person is gonna decide to give me some more food, I don't know when that's gonna happen, you know? So basically, it doesn't really work. It goes into sleeping mode, like your computer. So the body also needs energy, like every couple of hours. Every 4 hours, I would recommend the maximum, put something in your mouth. Okay?
What's your take on how long you should have like an empty stomach before going to the gym, or
okay, so this is a really specific question, but I'll answer you. Before workout, at least 3-4 hours, no food. Otherwise, the body concentrates on, you know, digesting the food rather than getting energy for the workout. If you're really hungry, then you can have fruit, like an apple or banana, just before the workout, not an hour before, because then that would just burn and not help. Just right before the workout, okay? And never work out right after food, never.
And you eat immediately after workout?
30 to 40 minutes after workout is a good window, time frame.
What's your take on protein shakes?
Okay, so this is my next, just took words out of my mouth. I find it life-saving using substance. Now, I know everybody's got their opinion on it, but you choose whatever works for you. I can recommend you do whatever you want. So sometimes when I'm traveling, I have some protein bars in my bag. I have like a prepared shaker with just the powder, which I pour water wherever I go, and that saved my life many times. Like flight delay, what the hell am I gonna eat now? You know, I'm stuck here for like 3 hours, or I'm coming to a place. There's like nothing I can eat here. All right. Sucks, but let me get my protein bar. At least I'll put some protein in my body and not stay hungry or eat shit. Okay, if you have 2 bad options, choose the less bad one. So I always, like, I'm traveling a lot, I always have protein shake in my, or like meal substitute shake in my bag, and a protein bar, which are good substance, by the way. Yes.
I would add some nuts.
Okay, nuts are fat. They're not protein, they have a little bit of protein. So if you eat yogurt with it, that could be a good combination.
But just for this case, if they do right there and there's nothing.
Yeah, but do you agree that nuts don't really substitute a whole meal? It's just nuts. It's just basically calories and fat.
Depends on the type of nut.
All kinds of nuts. Normally, nuts are in the category of fat, with a little bit of protein. But yeah, I mean, if that works for you, that's fine. I'm just, you know, giving you my point of view. So, like I said, it's really hard to maintain a menu, so don't try. Don't go, I mean, if you go to a nutrition and they tell you, 8 o'clock you eat this, 10 o'clock you eat that, 2 o'clock you eat that, after 2 weeks, it goes, you know, out the window. It's so hard. I don't have a time frame. Like, every day is different. But I know that I wake up, I have to eat something, because when the body, you know, wakes up from sleeping, he uses all the fuel he has inside. So I need to give him fuel now. Okay, I'm not gonna go into the car and start the car and drive for 4 hours without any fuel. I'm gonna get stuck someday. It's gonna influence my body. So I recommend healthy breakfast. After that, I recommend every 3-4 hours something light, normally containing protein. If it's just a small meal between 2 big meals, then maybe a fruit and nuts could cover it. Yeah, but if you're looking at like one of my main meals, healthy nuts, right? So always carry something with you that can, you know, you can just pull, and yeah, I don't mind, I have my food. I mean, I'm crazy, I take tuna cans and eggs in my bag, but that's just me. You do whatever's good for you. Yeah, so like I said, in some places there's less awareness, like some countries. In Israel, we love to eat a lot of vegetables. So everywhere we go, we have vegetables. Try to add as many vegetables as you can to whatever you eat. Okay? Breakfast, lunch, dinner, even if it's not in your normal, you know, mentality. Because vegetables really help to maintain the energy, to help the body active, a lot of fibers, minerals, vitamins, so it's really, really good, and they don't consist of a lot of calories. You can always eat a lot of vegetables. So when we talk about the physical, do you have any question about the physical thing? Yes?
What's your take on people who do fasting, intermittent fasting?
Like I said, like you ask 100 people, you get 200 different opinions. Okay, one research will show you why it's the best one, another research will show you why it's the worst one. Choose whatever works for you. I mean, if you want to hear my personal opinion, it doesn't work for me. I cannot fast for, I mean, but that's how the way I actually make my body work. You know, so my body needs fuel every 4 hours. Like, I feel it, and I kill people. But if that works for you, that's fine.
No, it doesn't work.
So don't do it. Do whatever's working for you. I mean, if you feel energized and you feel light and it works for you, then do it. I'm not here to change the way you do it. I'm just here to show you that there are so many other ways that you can look for and adjust it to your preferences, your way of life.
Do you drink coffee?
I do. My key word is balance. So I don't say this no, this yes. You know, I don't do extreme stuff because that won't sustain me for a long time. But I balance it. I only drink maybe once or twice a day, max. And I try to find like quality coffee that I can trust. Okay, so yeah.
Are there any bad vegetables? Like potato is a bad vegetable?
So the potato is not a vegetable.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say it in English, but it's amilan. Okay, potato is not a vegetable. Anybody knows the name?
Tuba. It's called tuba.
Tuba? It's a chain of carbs. Especially amilan.
Is there anything that resembles a vegetable that we might think is a vegetable that's bad?
Okay, so
anything else?
Basically, if you look at vegetables, it goes by the colors. The more color it has, the more sugar it has. Okay, so red, orange vegetable has more glycemic value. Starch. You know, you're familiar with the word starch.
Potatoes have starch.
So even sweet potato, it's also like it's an orange vegetable or not
it's
vegetable.
not as good.
Starch.
It's not as good. Yeah.
Too much sugar.
Don't fool yourself by eating that and thinking I'm healthy. I mean, healthy is not necessarily the right definition for that. Any other question about physical?
I want to add on this point because you mentioned like glycemic index. How do you spike that?
The glycemic index,
For
that's what I'm
example,
talking
if you
about.
eat potatoes, you lower the glycemic index. So it tastes a bit different.
Yes, and also if you eat it with protein, it might balance the carbs, the protein, so the insulin won't rise that fast.
I have a question that's related to like
Yes?
because she mentioned about like intermittent fasting and protein. Because you know Dr. Walter Longo study like longevity and stuff. He said too much protein is bad for you. There's studies on this. You should fast.
I never said too much protein. Everybody should know
That's why
how much protein they
the
need to
question
eat.
is, you have like too much protein, what's your view of too much protein?
So the normal way to calculate how much protein you should eat a day, I can assure you none of you reach that, is you take your weight and you multiply it by 1.5 if you just want to maintain the weight. Yes, and that gives you the gram a day. So for example, if I weigh 40 kilos in muscle, and I multiply it by 1.5, I will reach 60. So I have to eat minimum 60 gram protein a day divided by the times of meals that I eat during the day. Okay, if I want to build muscle, I need to multiply by 2 or 3. So it really depends on your goal. It always changes. There's no one thing that's good for everybody. But 1.5 is a good calculation. Now let me talk about, we finished with the physical part. I want to talk to you about the mindset. As we said physical, we said mental. Sometimes the mental is more hard than the physical aspect. So if I know what I have to do, I know what I have to eat, I know I need to rest, done. But the mindset is super more important. When we say strong mind, strong body, vice versa. Body, strong mind, but it starts with the mind. So I encourage you to grow a mindset of a motherfucker. Okay? Like, I know you have your work and your family and you're traveling and this and this and this and that, but this machine carries you. And bags and trolley and needs to go there and needs to go there, and if you don't take care of it, none of it will work. You'll be home, sick, and nothing. And I'm not here to scare you, just, you know, saying it as experience. So work out no matter what. Okay? It's too hot, do it anyway. It's too cold, do it anyway. It's too early, do it anyway. It's too late, I arrived from a flight, I'm too tired, do it anyway. You have to do your workout today, do it. Okay? Find a way. I came to a place, this is my space, I will find a workout I can do in this little space, and I'll do it. Just do it anyway. And there are so many like examples, which I'm going to give you now, the practical examples. First of all, I hope all of you have training shoes with you while you're moving around. If no, go get one, borrow one, I don't care. It's not an excuse, you can even work out barefoot, I don't care. You don't need a mattress unless you really want to be, you know, special. Carry your mattress with you, Joy, I allow you. I don't mind. But you don't need to. Don't let any excuse like separate you from your goal. I need to do my workout. You can do it with a towel. You can do it on a rug. Once I had none of this, I just folded the blanket, I put it on the floor, and that was my mattress. Okay? When you move around, try to check before you go to a place, what do they have around? Maybe they have a park, maybe they have like a big border walk that you can run or walk there. Maybe they have a gym that you can take a weekly pass or a monthly pass or even one-day pass. I always like to look for the free bonus, one-day free trial, stuff like that, you know. Look on Facebook groups. Yeah, in Israel we have a saying, if it's free, we'll take it. I don't care, whatever it is, I'll just take it. Do you want? Yes, it's free, let's take it.
One tip.
Yes.
Almost every, even the smallest cities have hotels, and almost every hotel has gyms.
Yes.
Sometimes, even if you're not staying in a hotel, those gyms offer membership or daily passes. Right. For example, I'm staying like quite far away from the city center of Bansko, but near I have a 4-star hotel, and they actually sold me a pass, and I use their gym, and it's almost always fully empty, which is perfect.
I love it. When I book a place, I look at if it has a gym. Sometimes this would influence my decision. If I would take this place or this place. This has a gym, this doesn't. That's
distance to the gym.
Distance to the gym. Maybe they have a pool, you can do some swims, or I don't know if you like to swim in the ocean, but okay. You can carry like very light stuff with you. Like for example, what was her name? Sorry? Yvonne recommended a tennis ball. It doesn't, you know, weigh a lot. You can take it anywhere. You can do lots of exercises with it. I always have a rubber band, and it's not. It doesn't weigh a lot. Resistant band, yes. And or TRX. You can take a TRX, something like this. You can do so many exercises with this. It weighs nothing. Maybe 1 kilo. And you can use it as like a lot of core and resistant stuff. Yeah, so like I said, you can also take somebody online, like a program online. There's so many applications with weekly, monthly membership or a coach online live, or somebody will actually give you the plan, monthly plan, and then wherever you are, you just do it, you send it to them. I do it too. You can also look for somebody, like a partner, or when you go to a new place, you look for the Facebook group, like, hey, is there any activities here? Football, sometimes they have in the park, running groups. Just look for the stuff, you will find it. Yeah? Build it, it will come. And like I told you, I sometimes get weights, or I ask to borrow, and I bring it back. And it's super important to plan ahead. So you always plan your week, right? I know I have this and this time for work, this and this time to travel. Try to put in your schedule, in your agenda, the 30 minutes for workout. And you know, for me it's like brushing my teeth. We didn't like it when we were young, but we eventually did it, and it became like an automatic thing. I don't wake up in the morning and think, should I brush my teeth today? No. You know, I don't think about it. So if I know I have to do workout today, I don't know when, I don't know where, I don't know how, but I'm gonna do my workout today. At least 30 minutes. Or 20 minutes if you do high intensity interval training. Really, really intense. 20 minutes is also good. Sometimes people say 7. Okay? But it has to be like, I'm dead at the end, call an ambulance. Yeah, and if you have changes during the day, flight delayed, whatever, so move it around in your schedule. Okay? Let me give you just one final tip of how to build like a weekly basic workout plan. So we said strength. Normally we use movement patterns. So we got squats, you know, lunges, right? You got push. You can do that body weight, it's very easy. If you have a band, then you can do pulls, or you can lean on something and just pull yourself towards it, so you work on your back. Stretches is always important, you know, flexibility. And then aerobic, interval, that's like the easiest thing in the world. Google Tabata, you know Tabata, you heard of Tabata, right? 4 minutes, dead. It's a very systematic workout. So you work as hard as you can for 20 or 30 seconds, and then you rest for 10 or 15. That's really good for your heart, really good for your fitness level, really good for burning fat, calories. You can look for stairs and do Tabata. Just go up and down the stairs. You can choose any exercise. Okay? And like I said, stretches, so you can do yoga or Pilates or anything like that that helps the body regain the flexibility and the mobility. Okay, any questions so far? I overwhelmed you with my information. Tell me.
So do you have a way that, like, you know you're going to do it every day, but do you try to do it first thing in the morning, or do you set an alarm? Or
normally I love to do it in the morning because then I get it done and I'm ready for the day, and it really wakes the body up. But also researchers say, you know, strength workout is better in the evening, aerobic is better in the morning. Just do whatever suits you. If you find it easier to work out in the morning, do your workout in the morning. If you find it easier to do it in the evening, do it in the evening. Wherever in the day that fits you, just do it. Yeah? Questions?
I had a question. You said earlier maybe you could eat an apple. If you're hungry before you work out, you could eat an apple.
Yes.
Are you suggesting that the energy from the apple is absorbed that quickly into the bottle?
So
it will be available for that workout?
You don't need to give the body energy. The body creates the energy from the fat. Fat is basically energy with water. Sugar and water is energy. So if you don't give it nothing, you would have to work. The body would have to work harder to create the energy. But if you want psychologically to feel like you're giving yourself energy, then you can eat an apple or a date or a banana. Okay? More questions? Yeah. So also I just want to suggest that I'm a fitness trainer. I'm also a mental coach, and I do online programs. If you need somebody, like we all need a frame. We always can get further with somebody that we have to report to or can consult with. it's very hard to create discipline on our own. Most people don't. So it's always good to have a commitment to somebody else that can teach you how to handle different situations, or motivate you when you need, or like, you know, when you don't. So if you want, you can talk to me about like some online programs and stuff like that. And also like a quick consultant. I can give you like a free 15 minutes consultant talk online, Zoom, Skype, whatever is good for you. Yeah, I brought some cards. I know they're in Hebrew, but I promise you that they're not bad.
I'm just curious if anyone like works during the night to match a time zone somewhere else as well, and then has to sleep during the day. Like that's what I'm a bit worried about, because starting on Monday I have to work from like, well, I will be working from 1 a.m. to 9 a.m. Yeah.
From 1 a.m. to 9 a.m.
And then I'm gonna have to sleep like I think in the afternoon, like from 4 or 5 till.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. So you reverse your times. So your morning would be at 9.